All right, so welcome everyone to the College of Education, Psychology and Social Work. My name is Dr. Troy Peachnick and I'm the Secondary Program Coordinator here at Flinders University. So a big welcome to you all and thank you for, choosing Flinders as your study destination, for the next 4 years at least, or for some of you it might only be 2 years, depending if you're undergraduate or master's level. So what I'm going to do today is just go through some general orientation information, and feel free to, call out any questions you might have as I'm going through, or if you want to put it in the chat, I'll get back to it as soon as I can. I've got to monitor a couple things here, so feel free to ask any questions as we go through. That's more than okay. All right, so I just wish to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I'm meeting today with you on Kaurna land, so I pay my respects to those elders as well, past, present and emerging. And I guess the Indigenous aspect of our curriculum is very important, and as future educators, you'll need to reinforce this as well. All right, so hopefully everyone here today is here for the Bachelor of Education Secondary, our single degree, or for the Master of Teaching Secondary. So the Bachelor of Education Secondary is obviously 4 years full-time. The Master of Teaching program is 2 years full-time. So those people in the Masters of Teaching obviously would have done a degree already previously. Maybe a 3-year degree somewhere, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, whatever it might be, and therefore you're coming to us to complete a further 2 years and then become registered as a teacher. As I said, my name is Dr. Troy Peachnick. I'm the Secondary Program Coordinator here at Flinders University. So I guess you can contact me via email, via phone. Email is probably the best method and I can easily get back to you. I guess I'm sort of that next level up from your topic coordinators. If you've got any major issues, problems, concerns, that sort of thing that can't be resolved with your topic coordinator in your topic or even your tutors, whoever that may be. And yeah, so please feel free to get in touch with me. I'll do my best to, help you out as best I can and assist in any way possible. All right, so obviously the first priority, I think some of you might have already done this, is to get your ID card. So obviously you should all have access to Compass now. So if not, there's the address there, students.edu.au/Compass. And go through the My System section of Compass and you'll be able to order your ID card through that means. So I think you upload a photo of yourself and whatnot. The ID card obviously is quite important because obviously you want to be able to borrow from the library. You can use it on public transport to get cheaper tickets, whatnot, and at the movies, those sorts of things. It also will give you access to the library after hours if you get that enabled, and as well some of the computer suites and whatnot around the university. So once you've got your ID card, you might want to put a request through, or obviously go and see security on the main campus and they will be able to give you access to whatever room it may be that you want to get in touch with. All right. The next thing that you'll need to do is obviously enroll in your topics. So enrolling in your topics is crucial. You need to be registered to be able to get access to the material, obviously through Flinders Learning Online, or FLO as we call it here at Flinders. So again, through Compass has all the information there on how you need to enroll in your topic. So for most of you, you should be doing at least 4 topics full time in semester 1. If you're part-time, obviously it will be less than that. So if you need help with any of this, you can submit a support request via flinders.edu.au/ask, or you can call Flinders Connect. And Flinders Connect are also located on the main campus. So they're generally your first point of call for any issues or problems you may have. They're located sort of in the library vicinity where the main library is. So just go in there. I think it's you grab a ticket, and then when your number's called, you can go and speak to someone, and they should be able to help you out with any issues or problems you have with your enrollment. All right, so textbooks, obviously there's going to be textbooks for the topics you're studying here at Flinders University, and I suggest you get onto it early because otherwise sometimes the textbooks sell out or whatnot. It takes a while to restock them, those sorts of things. So it's all available there at that website, students.flinders.edu.au/my course/textbooks. So obviously you look up your courses, your topics, and it will let you know what textbooks are required for that topic. Obviously, the textbooks are crucial to be able to complete the topic successfully. So as I said before, I suggest getting onto it early, probably this week. Have a look at that if you haven't already done so. Get your textbooks and then you're ready and raring to go for next week. All right, so there's a number of ways you can obviously get to Flinders. Obviously, you can drive, you can come along and pay for parking, and there's a link there for the parking information, flinders.edu.au/parking. We obviously have the 2-hour parking, we have day rates. As well, you can buy a pass for a certain amount of time. It might be 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it might be. However, it is quite expensive, obviously, to park on campus. So a lot of students do and have been increasingly doing public transport. Obviously, now with the new railway open as well, with the new railway line offering a faster journey to Flinders from the CBD. It just takes 22 minutes. I've done the journey a few times, and it's quite easy to get to Flinders. And then at the end of the line there at the railway station, we have the loop bus. So the loop bus run around the university quite often, quite frequently. There's a specific app for that as well. So it's Bus Minder app. So you can just find it on the Google Play Store or whatever you may have. And the loop bus drives around Flinders. It also goes to Tonsley and those sorts of locations, to the Flinders Medical Centre. So yeah, if you need to get somewhere in a hurry and you don't feel like walking, jump on the loop bus. You need your student ID card to log in and out when you get on the bus, and then that'll take you. And they run fairly frequently through business hours. There's a whole heap of scholarships you may be able to apply for here at Flinders University. Scholarships aren't always for our top performing students, by all means. So have a look at the scholarships. You may find something there that you can apply for, and getting some money is better than nothing at all. So have a look. It's students.flinders.edu.au/scholarships. Have a look. You might be able to find some free money there for you to start your journey here at Flinders. We obviously have a Wi-Fi network here at Flinders University, so you don't have to chew through all your own data. So the network is EDU Roam. So when you're searching for the Wi-Fi signal, just hit that one. And then all you need to do is log in with your username, which is your FAN, and that's your Flinders authentication name or number. So as you can see, there's usually, in most cases, the first 4 letters of your surname followed by a 4-digit number after that. So for instance, mine would be PIEC0003 is my FAN. And then obviously log in with your password, and that will give you access to the Wi-Fi. And if you need any more information on that, students.flinders.edu.au/support/computing/Wi-Fi. So by all means, use the free Wi-Fi, use it to study and whatnot while you are on campus. And you can get a signal right around the campus at Flinders University. You don't have to be inside a specific building. It's accessible outside as well. So I think the crucial thing over the next few weeks is, and starting from this week, is the orientation event. So obviously we have O Week this week, which is all the orientation activities. There's things happening on campus. So I think definitely jump in, have a look, get on campus, do one of the tours so you know where your rooms are located, that sort of thing. Find the library, find where like health and disability are, those types of things. So if you ever need them down the track, you'll know where they're located. And while they're running the tours, it's probably a good idea to find out from some former students how they had tips and tricks to get to places quickly and easily and without too much hassle. So I certainly suggest getting involved with the O Week activities this week. The following week there we have the Connect Week, and then Wellbeing Week and the Skills Week. And there's a whole heap of resources and events that are running associated with those weeks. So I suppose next week's all about making connections with people. Wellbeing is then looking after yourself. How do you do that successfully? And then Skills Week is all about the academic skills you might need to succeed at university. So how to reference, how to write essays, those types of things. So certainly jump into those activities during those weeks. There obviously is an orientation planner that has further details with all of that. So check out all the events and activities. There's the address there, orientation.flinders.edu.au/planner, and you'll find certain things that might appeal to you. So register to join one of them and go for it. The online welcome hub, so you can drop into our online Ask Anything session to chat with current students and Flinders staff. So you know, if you're feeling a little bit lost or unsure, it's a great way to make new connections, I guess, to find out things that might be pressing for you. So you can join the orientation planner event there. The link's there again, similar to the one before. So one of the most important things, obviously, for your next 4 years will be using the library successfully. So there's an orientation video library. So have a look at that. So it includes topics such as how to use Flinders Learning Online properly and successfully, understanding your textbooks and how to find readings for your topic. So some topics might not only just have the textbook, they will also list a whole heap of extra readings. So they might be journal articles and whatnot. So they'll let you know how you can find them. Understanding assignments and grades, so how we go about grading here at Flinders University. So what is the percentage to get a HD? What is the percentage to get a distinction? Those types of things. How you can study for success, so how you can be successful with your studies here at Flinders University. And there's the support mechanisms for you at Flinders and managing your well-being at uni as well. So you should all have access to finding your way at Flinders website, the flow page. So you all would have logged through that today. So obviously you can click on flow, and then under my system section of Compass, you can search for finding your way at Flinders 2022 in your topic search. So most of you would have found that today already. Flinders has a whole heap of support services for students. There is a video there, but unfortunately I can't play it. But I think the best thing is to have a look at that that website there. So students.flinders.edu.au/support. So there's a whole heap of different supports that are available to you to be successful here. So things such as your health and well-being, how to study successfully, there's financial support, enrollment and course support, admin technology help. We also have the Careers and Employment Centre. So, so focusing maybe from now, thinking about your career and possible employment going forward. Do you need a part-time job? How do you put a CV or resume together? So all those things are available. There's also security on campus and how you can find them and what they do. And, are you entitled to, an escort late at night from one of our security officers if it's dark and whatnot? There's also support for international students as well, and Indigenous students, and as well our higher degree research students. So I certainly suggest jumping onto that site, students.flinders.edu/support, flinders.au/support. Have a look at the support services. And again, when you're doing a campus tour, see if you can find some of these locations, because as I say, when you get into the study, you might not have as much time to do some of these things. We also have a mentoring program here at Flinders University. So the O-Guide program is designed to help you settle into life at Flinders, and it helps by connecting you with a student mentor. So if that's something that's of interest to you, again, the website is there. students.flinders.edu.au/O-Guide. Have a look at the mentoring program. You may very well want to become a mentor yourself. So have a look at those things if that interests you. Safety, obviously, if you witness or experience any socially unacceptable behaviour or harassment and you wish to make a confidential report, you can do so online through the Safety on Campus webpage or through email. There's the email there, studenteo@flinders.edu.au, or you can phone by calling 8201-2118 for support and advice from our student equal opportunity advisor. So making a report doesn't initiate a complaint. It's obviously the first step to offer you confidential support and information on what you can do next and how we can go about helping you. So obviously Flinders University takes all this very seriously. So if you ever have an issue, please use one of those means there. All right, so I guess most importantly for you is the education discipline here at Flinders University. So we obviously sit within the College of Education, Psychology and Social Work. And as you can see there, there's some important people that play an important role here at Flinders University. So we have two Deans of Education currently. So you'll see there Associate Professor Shane Peel is one of our Deans of Education, and his email address is there. And as well, in the bottom right-hand corner, Associate Professor Kerry Bissiker is our other Dean of Education. So these people play an important role in our leadership structure here at Flinders University. And these people, I guess, sit above myself. So they deal with the really serious issues that might result or eventuate. Hopefully that will not be the case for any of you here. So they play, as I said, an important role in our leadership of the college going forward. You'll see myself there, Dr. Troy Peachnick. So as I said at the start, I'm the secondary program coordinator. Next to me there is Dr. Trudy Sweeney. She's the primary program coordinator, so you might not have anything to do with her at all. She may take a couple of the topics down the track later on. And as well, Rachel Hedger, which is next to her, is the early childhood program coordinator. So similar, I don't think you'll have much to do with her in the secondary degree. You may very well run into Dr. Carol Lalande. She's our special and inclusive education coordinator. She topic coordinates a few topics in our degree. So you will get to know her down the track. We also have Miss Jackie Thompson, our professional experience coordinator. So she's another key person that you'll get to know in probably the second semester of first year through the professional experience lectures, but more so mainly in third and fourth year when you are doing your placements. Dr. Anne Spencer is the land type coordinator here, so I'll talk a little bit more about land type in a sec. So obviously land type is an important thing that you should be thinking about already, and as I said, I've got a couple slides to follow up on that in a little while. All right, we also have our student admin services team here at Flinders University, and obviously we have Jeremy Chance, who is the college manager of the student administration services team. So he manages all the admin side of things, behind the scenes, all the paperwork type stuff, and similar, so does Elena as well. you might hear from these people if you put through an Ask Flinders request and you want to change, a topic, or, you're not sure on your enrollment. So these people generally will get to you before I do. So Elena's our coordinator of enrollment and student progress. We have there Saya and Heidi. They're an enrollment and course advisors. So again, if you put through a request, generally Saya and Heidi will get back to you via the Ask Flinders request and let you know whether what you're doing is correct or not correct. So they sort of converse with me as well about your study going forward. Caroline Bailey Robinson is our transition coordinator, and then we have Penny Parker and Lani, who are education resources officers. So they deal with all the timetabling situations and clashes and those types of things. So, if you're not able to attend a certain workshop, you may hear from one of them if you have a problem with that. All right. So I would assume most of us here today are undergraduates. So I know it's a little bit small, but there basically is a study plan for you over the next 4 years going forward. So as you can see there, you do 2 main teaching areas, 2 key focus teaching areas, or 2 academic majors. So basically, these are the 2 areas that you want to teach and become proficient in, and will get recognised by the TRB to be able to teach from basically anywhere from sort of year 6 to year 12 level. So I might even put up a whiteboard in a sec to see if you've looked at any of these. If you've selected these, hopefully you've considered them. And obviously there's a whole range of them that you can choose from. So it might be, history, or it might be maths, whatever. Obviously then as well, you can see in first year there's 2 compulsory first year education topics, so foundations of special and inclusive education, and also education, knowledge and society. So in first semester, first year, you should be doing one of your teaching areas, another one of your teaching areas, and then those 2 education first year topics in first semester. So hopefully all of those of you who are full-time are enrolled in those 4 topics there. So I think the topic coordinator for the education, knowledge and society is Cheeto, and the foundation and special and inclusive education is Peter Walker. So obviously you'll hear from them very soon if you haven't already. And then the other colleges in the university generally run the academic majors. So they sort of sit outside of our college. And then eventually we will see you again in third and fourth year, where we then take up the curriculum specialisation topics, where we go through how you actually teach these topics to, school children essentially. So that all happens in third and fourth year. So there is a space there for an elective in second semester. So a lot of students ask me, what should I do there? What can I do? The choice is entirely up to you. It's a free choice, really. So it might be a point of, something that interests you, something that you're passionate about. It might be something to help with regards to, land type. So it might be a maths topic, it might be a stats topic, or it might be something that you join with your academic major, so to extend it even further. So you've got even more content knowledge when it comes to then delivering maybe history in the classroom. You might pick up an extra history topic there, for instance, to, pick up and develop your knowledge on something that you didn't know about previously. So that's the study plan. So as you can see there, it's 4 years. And you can see there the professional experience really starts in semester 2 next year, but that's just generally a lecture series. And then in year 2, you do an observation as professional experience 2. And then professional experience year 3 and third year is a 4-week prac. And then year 4, you will have there as well the final professional experience, which consists of, I guess, 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks or 10 weeks, depending on what placement it is you choose to do in 4th year. And then we have our master's study plan there. So as you can see, quite different. These are all coded with, starting with the letter number 9. So as you can see there, a little bit different, only 2 years, similar sort of topics, similar sort of understanding. Like in the undergraduate, you obviously had to do teaching Indigenous Australian students. Similarly, you have to do that as well in the master's program. You'll see there some topics listed as flexible core. They're obviously our curriculum studies offerings that you'll need to complete. So they'll obviously be different depending on, you know, what topics you've studied previously, whether you've come in and are able to teach chemistry and maths will then depend on what flexible core topics for the curriculum studies you actually do. If you've done English and done history, obviously there'll be different flexible core topics. So it's really dependent on what you come in with and what you've been accepted on determines those flexible core topics. So you'll do, again, a professional experience 1 in semester 2 of first year, so 4-week placement. And then in your second year, you'll do professional experience 2, assessment for registration, which will be then your final placement, 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks or 10 weeks, just depending. So the 10-week placement is an internship. So that's you're able to apply for that one if you wish to do it. And Jackie will give further details on that in those professional experience lectures. All right, so I mentioned land type before. So land type is obviously crucial, it's important. So if you're in the undergraduate, you really need to complete it, or you must pass both of the components of land type by the midpoint of your degree. And this is external to the university. This is what's being mandated by the government, obviously. So the literacy and numeracy test for initial teacher education, known as land type, is an Australian government requirement that all initial teacher education students, undergraduate and postgraduate, complete in order to graduate, register and work in the teaching profession. So there's 2 components to it. There's a literacy component and there's a numeracy component. Obviously, you'll need to sit and pass both of those components to then be able to say that you've completed land type. And we give our students access to IXL. And in the next few weeks, you'll be able to log into IXL and be able to practice some of the test questions and have a look at what you may be faced with. So just give it a couple of weeks, and our land type coordinator, Dr. Anne Spencer, will process all of that for you. So I guess have a look at the government website, see when some of the options are to sit the test. I know it used to be run at the Wavell Showgrounds, but obviously through COVID protocols, then they were running them at home, and you have to have a video camera set up filming yourself while you're doing the test. So again, if you've got any queries or questions about any of that, Anne Spencer is the person to contact. So I think just send her an email and she'll be able to get in touch with you regarding some of those things or some of those pressing issues you may have with that. So again, how do you prepare for land type? So there's going to be modules embedded into the core topics for your courses. So, you know, in that first year topic I spoke about before, education, society, with Cheeto, there'll be some modules there that'll help you. You can ask questions and practice skills in an online workshop. So there'll be a weekly land type emails that'll come out from Anne with details of drop-in sessions that you can attend. And I guess it's about using that IXL software that Flinders University have given you. So you'll simply use your username and password, and don't contact Anne Spencer just yet. She's advised me that it'll probably be a week or two before you get access. So I'd say by, if by early March you still haven't got access, I'd email Anne Spencer. Her email address is there, and she can get in touch with you, and then follow up with you if you need be. So there's the ACR website there where you can find all the test information. So when the upcoming tests are, it might be a good idea to get it out of the way early, or otherwise it might be a better idea to wait till the end of this year after a year. Anne would probably be the best person to talk to about that. When might be the best time for you. So again, have a look at the website, get familiar with land type, and think about when you're best prepared to sit it and get it out of the way and done with. All right, so I might just share a whiteboard quickly before we go to sort of the questions and answers. So just bear with me for 2 seconds. And on the blank whiteboard screen there, if you could just maybe share with us what are your sort of teaching areas that you've selected to do so far. What are some of the things that maybe the topics for first semester you've enrolled in? So just go for it. I'll give you a few minutes to just jot anything down on that whiteboard. If you're able to, that would be fantastic. Or so go for it. All right, so we've got someone there doing history and English. Is anyone else able to share anything else, or otherwise, I'm happy to move on. Okay. So yeah, so obviously if you haven't thought about your academic majors yet, so have a think about them. What might be the best two things that you can teach going forward, which would give you the best chance of employability. So obviously, the sciences and maths are, in demand. So think about maximizing your job opportunity down the track. All right. So the last thing that I was just going to, I guess, share with you was, if I can find it, was just some questions and answers. So does anyone have any questions or anything that you'd like me to answer while you've got the opportunity? So we've got another 5 minutes or so. So is there any questions that anyone has? Feel free to throw it into the chat. I'm having a look at it now. So if you've got any questions, please ask away. So we've still got about 5 minutes. So does anyone have any questions or anything? And no questions are silly questions, so feel free to ask. Oh, yep, someone's got their hand up. Was that Brody? Was it? Go for it. Did you want to speak, Brody, on the voice or on the microphone, or did you want to put something in the chat? Okay, that's fine. Any other questions or anything? Does anyone have anything else I can help with before I sign off then? No? All right, so that's absolutely fine. So again, I wish you all the very best for your study here at Flinders University. It's an exciting time. I think the best protocol is to get in touch with your topic coordinators, have a look at the flow site, have a look at the topic over this week before you actually get into it next week. So I think use your time wisely this week. Try and get to Flinders, go on campus, go on one of the tours. You'll find that some topics may be online, some topics may be face to face. So, all those details you'll be able to find on Flinders Learning Online or on Flow under the relevant topics you are studying. So, again, all the very best wishes, and if you need anything from me, please feel free to email me. That's more than okay. I wish you the best for 2022 and beyond. Thank you.